Jesus loved us so much that he agreed with the Father to come and rescue us from a problem we'd caused ourselves. We're going to read from John chapter 13, verses 21 to 30. John chapter 13, verses 21 to 30. After I had said this, Jesus was troubled in spirit and testified, "Very truly I tell you, one of you is going to betray me." His disciples stared at one another, at a loss to know which of them he meant. One of them, the disciple whom Jesus loved, was reclining next to him. Simon Peter motioned to this disciple and said, "Ask him which one he means." Leaning back against Jesus, he asked him, "Lord, who is it?" Jesus answered, "It is the one to whom I will give this piece of bread when I have dipped it in the dish." Then, dipping the piece of bread, he gave it to Judas, the son of Simon Iscariot. As soon as Judas had taken the bread, Satan entered into him. So Jesus told him, "What you're about to do, do quickly." But no one at the meal understood why Jesus said this to him. Since Judas had charge of the money, some thought Jesus was telling him to buy what was needed for the festival or to give something to the poor. As soon as Judas had taken the bread, he went out, and it was night. Being betrayed is not a good thing, especially if the betrayer is someone who has been with you for 3 years, somebody who's been close to you and you've trusted so much. Judas had a reason to betray Jesus. Many people have speculated as to what that reason might be. Some have said, well, he was just an ultra-nationalist who wanted to get independence and freedom. Some have said he was a fanatic religious person who wanted to get religion there and then, set up a cult or something. However, everything that's documented says Judas was just being a selfish, greedy thief. He sold his teacher for 30 pieces of silver. Now, that's not a good thing to feel, knowing that someone close to you has sold you for a bit of cash. This is where we find ourselves in Holy Week. Judas betraying Jesus. Now, we can have all sorts of feelings about this. But we should remember that we are in a timeline that involves our rescue, the rescue of humanity. Judas was part of this timeline. So maybe, just maybe, we should not be that hard on him. Jesus came to set us free. And part of that setting us free was that he had to die in our place. However that was going to happen, he had to be there. And here we are, saying Judas betrayed him. Judas or not, Jesus would have had to die somehow so we can live. So, would it be too much to say that actually Jesus was betrayed for my good? Would it be too much to say Jesus was betrayed by Judas for my benefit? Probably not, because it was. He had motives, but in the end, I benefited. And we've got to remember that his betrayal of Jesus of Nazareth was for our good. And as we head towards the cross, the grave and the empty tomb, we should remember that. Thank you.